there yet? Are we there yet?
We are
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's been a morning. Well, not really, but they're doing work on our road today, on the water lines in front of our road today, and we're not going to have water for part of the day. So I've been running around filling up the bathtub so we can flush toilets because everybody would be here today except Roberta. And so we had to, I was filling the tub up so we could flush toilets and get ready for that. So, anywho, I hope everybody's doing good this morning. Who's in the chat? Good morning, Bumcrack. Good morning, Mr. Sadie. Good morning, Mr. Silverhair Stackers. Glad that you could join us.
Mm-hmm.
Anissa, Junk Trader, good to see you. Mike, it's always a pleasure. Good morning. Okay.
Yeah. And this says it's always Pat Tuesday there.
Yeah, me too. So, anywho, had to, like I said, had to try to get all that ready for not have any water. I had to flip off my ice maker, and so it wouldn't end up with muddy ice.
Mm-hmm.
So anyhow, how are you this morning? Now be chipper about it now, because we watched Victoria's show this morning. She is
That is
just
that is one perky lady. Perky.
for 7:30 in the morning. She is perky.
Uh, I wonder what her crash time is like. Cause if you're perky like that for like 8, 10 hours of the day, you gotta have some downtime where you just crash.
Yep. I mean, she is just, and I'm not making fun of her or not, because it's a great little show, but she is just so perky.
She is. The world would be a better place if there were more people like Victoria.
Yeah. So, good morning, Glock. I was trying to, I was trying to be more chipper this morning, but you know what? It takes a lot of work to be chipper like that if you're not normally chipper like that.
Happy, happy, joy, joy. We
That's
love each
right.
other and we're going to have a great show. Yay.
And Victoria, if you happen to be lurking, we're not making fun of you. Well, wish we could do. We could. I just don't have the. I don't have the energy to be that chipper this early in the morning. Good morning, lag.
Well, you could, but you're just too old like me.
Yeah.
We would last about 15 minutes being perky. That's why we don't do it, because then the show would only last 15 minutes and we
That's
couldn't.
right. We'd cover everything we
We'd
got to
run out of
say.
steam. We'd be perky, perky, perky. Yeah.
There's the link if anybody else wants to join us, old guys.
Yeah, come on in here and add some perkiness.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to get that excited. You know.
Mhm. It's okay. We don't have to be young.
Yeah. That's right. We're old guys.
I'll be right back. I gotta go hug the wife.
Okay. So, how is everybody in the chat this morning? Are you always perky like that too, Mike? Well, you need to come on here and be perky with us then. Everything in this house is decaffeinated except Roberta's Diet Dr. Peppers. So I had to scrounge one this morning. Getting a little bit of a headache, and it might be because I haven't had any caffeine this morning. You lost your. Oh, you lost. Mr. Sadie says he lost his perk somewhere. Well, that's what happens, Mr. Sadie. That's just the way it is, you know. Okay. Sorry, I was trying to do something. Anyhow, there's Mr. Perky himself.
Yes, here I am. What? Oh,
No,
lag?
Scott. Scott.
Oh, Scott's here.
Yeah.
Hey, Mr. Perk. Mr. Perk's a lot. What's up, Perky boy?
I almost just turned the whole broadcast off because I damn sure can't be perky.
You know what? Even at your least perky, you're more perky than Tom and I.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I mean, it's like Victoria must get up at 3 o'clock in the morning and drink a pot of double espresso or something.
I've already had a cup of coffee with an espresso shot, and I'm not there yet.
Oh, yeah.
So anyway, it's the first time I've been able to be up that early to listen to her show.
I was up at 4 o'clock this morning. I turned around and went right back to sleep. So here, at 4 o'clock this morning, I wake up to this. Ah! I'm like, holy fuck! Joni had fallen out of the bed.
Oh, no.
I'm like, you sleep on the edge all the freaking time. I'm surprised you don't do this all the time. Well, get up and help me. She was wedged between the bed and her nightstand. She couldn't get up. I'm like, I should leave you down there.
Oh,
The
no.
only thing I got was, just shut the fuck up and come help me. Yes.
Oh Lord.
That's not a good way to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, no. 4 o'clock? Oh, God.
Roberta had to go into the office this morning because we're not going to have water for a while, and she has to make a trip in the office at least once a week now. So she said she'd go ahead and do it today. So we were up about 5 o'clock this morning so she could get a shower and get ready because she likes to leave here about 6 o'clock, so she misses all the traffic. So I'd already had a couple cups of coffee and kind of got the day planned.
Yeah, I just went to get a Diet Coke or a Coke Zero and realized the door of the refrigerator's been cracked since yesterday, so they're all hot.
Oh wow.
So I got to walk all the way to the garage to get a drink.
Is that your main refrigerator?
No, it's a little bitty. It's just a little bitty one.
Okay. James says it's time to get her a bed rail. Oh wow. So Todd, did you go pick up your auction finds yesterday?
Oh, man, I got so much crap. I probably added 200 new things to list.
She's lucky I didn't think of take a picture of her wedged in there.
She is okay. She is okay. She didn't get hurt.
Who likes to buy heavy crap to list and ship?
Yeah, but those are good money.
Yeah. Some brands are better than this one. This one like $45. But some of them can range up to like $200, $300. So I got 2 huge totes of military surplus clothes and packs.
I love it when you look at the Ring doorbell and there's somebody at your front door taking a picture.
What are they doing?
Johnny's Walmart order.
Uh,
I got about 20 packages of MREs.
She used to send me to the Walmart. Now we have Walmart Plus. She just has them bring it.
isn't that great? You don't have to go back into that hellhole unless you're shopping for something to sell.
That's the only reason I go to Walmart. And every now and then she'll forget something for me, so I'll stop by there. But it's like they've got some camo hunting chairs that are marked down to like $3 at the store by where we're eating tonight. So I'll run in and see if I can find them. But that'll be it.
Good morning, Craig. Um, but I told her, I said, Walmart Plus, Amazon. If she does something from Sam's, I drive up and they load it in the back of my car.
But the Walmart Plus, make sure you're taking advantage of the gas. You get like at least 5 cents off their gas.
Yeah. We don't have gas pumps here, but we have a Sam's Club membership, so we get gas from the Sam's.
Yeah, it's pretty easy for those of you who got Walmart Plus and don't use. If you go in and hit other services or something, the gas will come up, and if you've got a credit card linked to it, it'll just ask you to scan the QR code, and it automatically pays on that pump from your card, or you can punch in a number and use a different payment. It's pretty easy. They advertise minimum 5% up to 10% of gallon gas. Oh,
Cool.
I mean, for something that's $100 a year, I figure I'm gonna take advantage. I think they'll let you do 1,000 gallons of gas. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna use every gallon of gas they'll give me a discount on until I've paid for at least half of this thing. So not only are we getting not having to go to Walmart, they're also giving me a discount on a good chunk of gas.
I just totally forgot what I was saying.
James, because you live in Indiana, Indiana sucks.
Oh, Anissa, she's talking about that she likes to pick out her own crap. You know, vegetables and meats, I'll whip it in the food line and pick that up. And dairy products. But anything else, Roberta will order like green beans, she'll order a case of green beans, from Sam's, and we're done.
Yeah. Also, Joni gets a lot of our stuff like that from Costco, so she picks out. She likes to go to Costco. She'll pick out those kind of things there. Or if she needs vegetables, she'll go to Publix on her way home. But anything else, if it's cleaners, if it's in a can or a box or a drink or whatever. The nice thing about Walmart Plus is, you got their whole store, so if you need some vitamins or whatever,
Right.
they'll bring it.
Does that give you a discount on your prescriptions too?
I don't know. I'd get them all at Costco. Costco is by far the cheapest right here on prescription. Costco is so cheap that they when I had insurance, they were better than the deductible. And now that I use Media Share, which doesn't have a drug plan, I'm still getting what my drugs a month are like $64 for all 5 of them. I mean, it was $150 with the deductibles. It's $64 without the deductible. Using GoodRx and Costco.
If anybody just happens to be watching that lives convenient to Charlotte, um, the Black Lions, they've already closed one of them, but the other one is on its way out too. They're closing it, and it was like a consignment store flea market type deal, and it was all new or antiques, and and they had like Christmas ornaments, fancy Christmas ornaments, and all that kind of stuff. That real artsy kind of stuff. And it's going out of business. They have an auction going on Black Lion. I'm not Black Lion, on High Bid. I bid on a bunch of stuff last night, and people just got carried away.
Like, does your wife get mad when you call her mom?
We were using Express Scripts in this until they changed our insurance plan this year, and now we pick it up through at the CVS or whatever they call their mail order program.
Yeah. So Costco makes it easy. You know, every 90 days they send me a text saying, "Do you want to refill this?" I respond with yes on all five of them, and then they send you another text back saying, "It's ready. It's going to cost this much," and then they do it for each prescription. And then Joni goes by there on the way to our volunteer, so she picks it up. So it's almost like I have delivery service.
We yeah, your delivery person's named Joni. One of the things I did like about Express Scripts, if we had a prescription that was getting ready to run out, they would send us an email saying your prescription is about to lapse. We have contacted your doctor about getting getting it refilled. So they were real good about that.
Yeah, Costco does that too. They're nice about it. But our doctor, the most of you guys' doctor have like they use something called Helo. It's a portal, and so if I need refills, you just go in there and request them, and you never talk to them. I'll get a text saying, your requested refills have been sent to your pharmacy. I'm like, so you never have to call the doctor. And I go there once every 6 months, but it's pretty easy to get refills now.
Yeah, we just we have a portal that we go to for our doctor, and we just message them, tell them what we need, and in a little while we'll get a, a reply back saying, we've sent out your prescription or whatever the question is. So
That's
that makes it real easy. You're not sitting around waiting on phone calls or on hold or whatnot. Somebody mentioned about going across the border for cheap pills. We might take a trip this fall across the
I need
border.
to get my passport. That's all there is to it. Because what do you have to do to get a passport? At least,
We had to show proof of a bunch of
that you
different
did.
stuff, like two IDs.
Birth certificate,
It
four
seemed
hundred
like back
dollars.
when we got ours, we had to do proof of vaccination too.
Yeah, they don't require that anymore. I don't think.
I don't
No,
think so.
but you got bump your head. I'm sorry.
Well, if they do, they can kiss brown eye because I'm not doing it.
There you go.
I think for Mexico though, you only have to have like the is it
I think
real ID?
Mexico, if you've got the star license, you can get in and out with that, right?
Yeah, yeah, I believe so.
Why don't I just go get that then? I think that does that work? That works for Canada too. I think.
You don't have to have a passport to go to Mexico.
I don't
No,
think so.
it's the coming back part that you need. It's the going there is not the difficult. It's the coming back.
But there are YouTube shows, videos about people driving to Texas and then going across the border and picking up a year's worth of prescription medicine for not much more
Okay.
than the copay they usually pay.
So the real ID, it works for Canada, Mexico, and the Caribbean.
Well, you need to go ahead and yeah,
I got it.
yeah, I got one of those too.
But I'm just gonna go and get my passport because
Well, you still have to have your ID to get into government. I mean, the real ID to get into government buildings. What is it? This by the end of this year, government buildings, airports, things like that.
Yeah, there's nothing like the government restricting access to the people who own these buildings. There's nothing. Our government is so out of control. On TikTok I get all these videos of these police officers trying to trespass people from post office, trying to do trying to say you can't film on the land county land and that kind of stuff, and they're like every one of them gets sued, every one of them lose because you can't trespass from public land.
Scott, this is what gets me. You got to have a real ID, or you're going to have a real ID to enter into a government building, but you don't even have to have an ID to vote. Especially in North Carolina, you don't. South Carolina, you have to have a voter ID to
Oh, in
vote.
Alabama, you've got to.
Do you?
Yeah. Because they scan your driver's license and then it checks you in and then they give you a ballot based on your address on your ID.
The head of the North Carolina DNC is now 25 years old. She was elected yesterday.
Y'all don't have to worry about North Carolina because when y'all vote for governor in 2024?
Yeah.
Y'all are about to get one hell of a governor. He's gonna sweep his way into your lieutenant governor is gonna be your next governor.
Yeah.
And that man, Robinson, he does not take shit from nobody. He don't care who he offends. He's gonna tell you what he thinks. I love that guy.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Because I don't think you can stop it. I don't think they can stop him. He'll have the Republican backing and he'll get a lot of the black vote. I don't think they can stop him from being the next governor.
Good morning, Maggie. It's good to see your lovely face.
And he's their own creation because he went to a Greensboro city council meeting,
right?
That went viral because he just told them that they were not going to restrict his Second Amendment rights. He hadn't done anything wrong. He'd never done anything wrong. Why do I have to pay for idiots? And it went viral, and he just kept talking.
I don't know what these people are thinking, but anyway.
And this says Fetterman's still in the hospital.
Yeah, he's gonna be in there for like another 30 days, I thought.
This is what complications from the stroke? All the pressure he's been under, I'm assuming.
Depression.
Oh, depression. That's right. He went for depression.
Yeah. I had to get rid of all those beads. It was making me have a headache in that background. But yeah, he was apparently a depression.
Clinical depression.
Yeah. And that's nothing to joke about.
No, I'm glad
we're not joking about it, but you know what? He apparently had this issue before he was elected, so.
No, I'm definitely not joking. I don't care. Yeah. I don't agree with his politics, but as the human being, I'm glad he's getting help. I'm glad he was smart enough at least to check himself in, and that's a good thing.
What are you thanking me for, Vintage Memories? Getting rid of that background? I was trying to be festive, but it was just really too much. We've got too much in our backgrounds for that. But
I turned the jersey around so you're not looking at it. Now you're looking at red or white instead of the other side.
Yeah.
So Todd, when can we expect a video of you eating one of them MREs?
They're worth $20 a piece. I've already sold 7.
You're so rich. Eat one of them.
No, I don't spend $20 on a meal for me. What the hell? I'm a poor man.
Oh,
penny pension tightwad.
Yeah, $20 on a meal? Where the hell does anybody go to eat $20 for a meal at?
I'll be eating for less than 10 tonight. Wings are 75 cents tonight.
See there? Scott knows the deal.
And since I'm on keto, I'm not going to drink beer, so I'm just going to have water and wings. It'll be like 9 something plus the tip.
There you go. Gwen went along with me to pick up the auction stuff, and we ate Mexican food, and we didn't have any beer or anything. It was just a meal and a glass of iced tea, and it was $20 a piece.
I'm trying to make it down to 200 by the summer. I made it to 217.
I can't believe restaurants can charge so much. I, I don't get $7 beers.
Well, it's because they've got $15 and $17 employees. They've got to do something.
I guess.
I just
And they stay full. These restaurants, they're just doing a big business. Doesn't seem like the recession has hurt restaurants very much.
I think the fast food industry is going to be going down the tubes slowly.
But if you look
Because
around, though, look what's the one thing that goes out of business first? You know, a lot of restaurants come and go. So
it's when if it's going to cost me as much, and I don't have any problem, pay people a good wage. Don't have any problem with that. But um, when you're pricing yourself out of a market, why go get a damn hamburger from one of the fast food joints when it's just a few more bucks a person and you can go at a sit down restaurant and eat. I mean, that's my thing.
why
And
go to a sit down restaurant or a fast food when you can buy it at the store and cook it in the air fryer in like 12 minutes and really have no work to it?
yeah,
Joni will put a little seasoning on it. Halfway, she flips it and puts a little more seasoning on it, and and I think she does 13 minutes in the air fryer, and you've got hamburgers. I mean, this is not like it used to be where it's hard to do things at home. I mean, it's
I love our air fryer. You know,
and so
everything goes in the air fryer.
and so keto. Costco, I think they put a star on it, which means they're going away. They've got these call them cloud buns.
uh,
They're like egg white. They're like cloud bread. They're like made mainly of egg whites. There's no carbs in them.
right.
So I've been using those as the buns. So I just eat. We had hamburgers Saturday night, so I just made two hamburgers, put extra bacon and cheese on them, and used the cloud buns. And there are no carbs. A little bit of ketchup had some carbs in it, but that was
Don't
it.
do, you don't do lettuce and tomato and onion?
Too lazy for that.
How much are you down since your start in January?
I was 232. Now I'm 217.
That's good. I started a diet a week ago, and I'm down 3.
Damn, you're a little old thing, Scott.
I've had no exercise because it's been the cold weather's been so frequent here. I'll start walking the neighborhood again, probably today. I really do well when I get 6,000. If I do 6,000, I've been averaging about 4,000 steps. It makes a huge difference to walk 6,000 steps. On the days that I walk 6,000 steps and don't cheat, I lose at least half a pound every day. So yeah, we're about to put it in overdrive starting. I guess this afternoon I'll start walking.
Scott wants to be back in the Speedo by summertime.
Damn right. Nobody else wants that, but yes.
We hear about a plane crashing in Alabama, in the suburbs of Huntsville, and we'll know that Scott must be laying out in his backyard in his Speedo. Cause the plane crash.
Come here, boy.
No, we're going to a high of 86 today.
So I'm gonna give you an interaction this morning. I hear somebody yell, and I wake up, and then like 2 seconds later, I'm like, Franklin, why are you on my head? I have to go help your mama because you don't know personal space. You don't know personal space. And then she's like, I'm just gonna feed them while I'm up. And after they eat, then Franklin comes. I'm laying there, and Franklin's like this. I'm like, dog, I'm going back to sleep if you don't get off my damn chest. And he's already got me trained. He does this. He goes. So I lift the blanket up and he crawls under, and I'm like, good.
Oh, that's going down the slippery slope right there. I've got one over here. She comes over here and she I'll be sitting in my recliner. She gets up on the end table and she pats me. And I'll say, I'm not getting up. And she'll sit there and she'll pat me again. She wants me to get out of my chair so she can get in it because it's warm.
So Phoebe, I'll be sitting in the recliner, and Phoebe will come up and she'll be scratching at my shirt or whatever. I'm like, Phoebe, I don't have a blanket. You can't get in my shirt.
What is that, Todd?
Standard & Poor's 500 stock market.
More stocks.
We're going down.
That's what she said.
Ah.
Yeah, because we're supposed to be 70 today, 76 tomorrow, and then 80 on Thursday.
Yeah, it's supposed to be 84 here on Thursday.
James, tomatoes don't have hardly any carbs. Most of your vegetables and stuff. Let's see.
Tomatoes have more than like lettuce, but not a whole lot.
A tomato has 5 carbs. It says fewer than 5 grams of carbs in a medium tomato. So, and if you're only putting a slice or two on a sandwich, I mean, what have you thrown? Maybe a gram. I try to stay under 20 grams of carbs, net carbs. So
I could live off of bacon, lettuce, and tomato sandwiches. I could eat those bitches 3 times a day.
So yesterday, I don't know if anybody looked at the other channel, but so I finally did a review video on my big carb, the 4-piece dash waffle maker. It's the no spill one, and then the little egg cooker I use. Man, if you eat a lot of egg sandwiches or like that stuff, that little bitty OXO makes a little round. I think it's $10, and it comes in 3 pieces: the lid, the middle, and the bottom. So you crack the egg, put it in there. I put it in the microwave for 35 seconds, and you've got either an over medium or if you scramble it, a scrambled egg like you would get from a restaurant, like a fast food.
Right.
And I put it on the cloud bread. I put it on. Sometimes I break it up and throw it in a low carb tortilla. Or yesterday I ate it on chaffles because I was cooking chaffles to show that thing is.
Is that your Amazon channel?
Yeah, it's the other. It used to be the live show channel, but now it's just Bearded Picker Reviews.
Okay, because I was gonna tell you, if you're gonna post a link in the.
It's that most people know it. It's that same one. It's got like 1,800 subscribers. But that thing, if you're gonna eat eggs in the morning, man, that thing is so easy. It cleans up in like 2 seconds. It keeps your microwave from getting a mess because the lid keeps anything that pops doesn't go on the top. And an egg that fast to make yourself like an egg sandwich. You'll be amazed how much money you can save just by. I eat the microwave bacon from Costco. It's like $12. You get 50 pieces. This is really good bacon. So I make a lot of stuff using that. Make my own breakfast sandwiches or breakfast burritos. Just not eating out. You can save a fortune not eating out.
Yeah, like I said, bacon BLT 3 times a day. I'd be just happy. I don't know what it would do for the calories, but.
So what am I going to do with 1 egg? Like a lot of times I do 2 eggs, but just for the video I showed 1. 2 eggs is like a minute. If I'm gonna do, it depends on what size tortilla I've got. Sometimes I do. If I got the big ones, I do 2. If I've got the medium, I do 1. But if you're doing a chaffle and it's already made of eggs, you've already got an egg in the chaffle and then another egg plus cheese and bacon. Makes a pretty good size sandwich.
2 ingredient chaffles.
Yeah, they're easy. That's the one
Cheese and eggs.
Cheese and eggs. That's the ones I made yesterday, but just mozzarella, cheese, and eggs. You just mix them up and put them on the dash cooker. That was it.
I'll have to check it out. But you know what? A lot of comedians make fun of it, but it's the truth. About dinner time, you start saying, "Baby, what you want for dinner?" And she's like, "I don't know. What do you want?" I'm like, I don't know. That's the reason I'm asking you. And I can throw something. I mean, I'm not picky. I can throw, especially if I got some white rice, which I know is not carb free. But I'll make some fried rice out of whatever's in the damn refrigerator. One pot, I'm done. I actually made me a egg and bacon sandwich and cheese sandwich this morning after I got Roberta headed to work. How do you make fried rice? Look it up on YouTube. There's a lot of recipes on it. I don't really make fried rice like people usually do. I just throw a dash of uh, olive oil in the bottom of a skillet, throw in some rice, white rice or brown rice, whatever I've got cooked, and
So have
put
you
in an
seen?
egg and whatever kind of meat I've got in the refrigerator.
So if you want to lower carbs or just lower your sugar content, have you seen some of the studies and what they've done with rice? That if you cook rice and then cool it down
Yeah.
and then use it, it cuts the carbs by 40 to 60% because of the way the sugar bonds or whatever it is. It breaks some bond, and the effect on your blood sugar is less than half. If you're going to eat white rice, and a lot of people, maybe pre-diabetic or that kind of stuff, but very interesting the way rice, once you cool it down and then heat it back up, the way it works.
And you know what? I'll make a pot because I'm the only one. Roberta eats it for breakfast. She eats white rice for breakfast with sugar on it. Uh, I'm the only one in the family that really eats rice. So I'll make a pot of rice and then put it in Ziploc bags and
Mm.
after it cools down and stick it in the refrigerator. And then I've always got white rice available. What is that, Todrick?
I was
That
about
is
to.
RV TV antenna. Look up King RV TV antenna.
On eBay or just in general?
eBay or anywhere, I guess. Got this one used at the auction for like $30.
Oh damn! Brand new, one bid 250. Brand new, they're $575.
King One Pro.
Yeah, that's what I looked up. Let's look at what they actually sell for that much. Yeah, somebody brand new.
You can see the satellite dish in there.
Yeah, it looks like somebody got a different version. They got 140, 200 for the tailgater.
Dang. Todd's rich.
I don't have the receiver. All I have is the antenna. So
Right.
Yeah, anything to do with an RV, you know, go in a camping world one day and start looking at what they charge. I mean, if you're at a yard sale, thrift store, flea market, whatever, and see RV parts or stuff on RV, it's stupid how much money those things cost and what they're worth.
so $30 into 120 went
Oh yeah.
in.
What did I drive to the auction yesterday? The truck. I need to go figure out what keys. I'll show you what I bought. Uh, one thing at the auction. I'll show you what it was.
Okay.
It's the thing I always buy. Y'all can probably guess.
Mr. Sadie, that is just except for the grilled turkey sandwiches, just substitute, whatever there. That is the same conversation that Roberta and I have. Just pick a place. Let's get Thai food. I don't eat Thai food. Okay, then why did you say pick a place? Lord have mercy. So you got a car full of stuff yesterday, Todd?
Oh yeah, we took the Toyota Highlander, which is a medium large
Right.
SUV, and we laid the back seats down and just filled it up, boy. Just filled it up.
I got me a cold Coke Zero while I was out there. All right, so what's the one thing I'm addicted to buying? Everybody in the chat, if you don't know though, God, I got 30 of them laying around here.
Hats or RVs. I mean, DVDs, Blu-rays, cameras.
So it's a camera.
There you go.
Paid $5 for it.
What do you? What?
It's a Canon. It's a Canon PowerShot N. Yeah, look up a Canon PowerShot N. You look on eBay. I'll tell you what it's worth on Amazon.
100, 150, 85. There's not a whole bunch on eBay. Well, those are completed.
Pre-owned 150.
About 150.
There's not even one on Amazon. They sell for closer to 190 on Amazon. $5. Nobody bid on it. So it didn't say camera in the title. This is a great thing if you're looking at auctions. I searched for Canon, and it comes up Canon PowerShot. They won't put They didn't put title because they've got kids that do this stuff. And I can't find this model with the stickers on it like this. The colors.
Right.
I can find the white one. I can find the black one. I can't find that one. So it came with a charger. I mean, it's a bastard charger, but at least it's got one. Do I have an extra battery? Where is the battery?
Did you check to see if there's a memory card in it?
I haven't got that far. I need some glasses. I can't see.
How
There
about
there must be another battery in it because it came on.
Pelican 1490 case? Paid
Yep.
$25 for it.
Give your device a nickname.
A what?
A Pelican 1490, 1490.
Uh-oh, we got some. There's a memory card because we got some pictures.
Be careful. 45 used.
On the Pelican?
Yeah. U.S. military, Pelican 1490 laptop case. Oh, there's one for 110.
Uh-oh, there's some boobs.
Yeah, they're around $100. In good condition. This one's in good condition. $100. But yeah, I should triple my money on that.
Now this was an online auction, right? Correct?
Yeah.
I mean, you could go in and preview if you wanted to, but it's so far over there.
Oh wow, this is just a battery. This one's just an add-on because the camera there it is. This was just covering the bottom. It was just an add-on.
You could sell that separate.
Yeah, I couldn't find. No wonder I couldn't find the battery in the SD card. It was covering up the add-on. It's screwed into the quarter screw which you would normally put a tripod or whatever. That was screwed in there. I'm like, this is weird. So there is a second battery. All right, what about a card?
It's got 2 batteries.
Yeah, it came with an extra battery. And and it uses the, they're newer when they use the little bitty card. Man,
And just for future reference, if anybody buys a camera and they say it's not working, pull the memory card out of it and then try using it. Because some of these cameras will only take up to a 32 gigabyte memory card. And they've stuck in a 64 or 128 into it, and it will not work.
and some of them are my big camera. It only uses. It's got to be a class 10. I think number one. If you put one of these older memory cards in it, it's going to keep kicking it out and shutting down, saying, "It please insert a different memory card. This read write on this card sucks."
So just FYI there.
Man, this thing's in beautiful shape. It's got an. I mean, that's a aftermarket. But yeah, that little guy. Winning.
Did you sell a lot of stuff?
I sold $690.
I've got to find one of those around here. Because I got some stuff I'd like to sell, but I just don't want to have to deal with shipping it.
How does this thing get in there then? Oh, it goes sideways. Duh.
Like, I don't sell anything special like that. I just sell parts of, like, parts off of stuff.
Yeah, I search the auction every week for cameras. So this week the auction has got a neat desk scanner. So it'll probably go $20-25. Those things. What's a neat desk scanner on Amazon worth? I think they're worth about $1.50.
No, they're not. A lot of it's been sitting in them boxes for a while. Everything from here up is full.
Toner. Got 3 boxes.
So a neat desk scanner. They've got a bunch of, and I love that Amazon. There's 5 different listings for the same scanner. I love it.
Xerox 6R1327 toner.
A what? What toner?
6R1327. Three boxes.
3 boxes of black is $192.
What did I give for those? Let's see.
And apparently these will all fit a 4110 to 4590.
What's
I
wrong
got
with
$7.50 for 3 boxes. Winning.
I was looking to see if I saw a single box.
auctions?
So I got stuff to list.
When are you going to get them listed?
Oh, today, of course.
Yeah, right.
Are you okay? Time you get about 7 things done, you'll be having to lay down and take a nap.
It's all right. 7 things is about $700, baby.
Bridget busts our chops because Todd, they're going, man, I listed 10 things and I'm just totally wasted. And Bridget's like, y'all are a bunch of little girls.
Yeah, they've got a Canon multifunction printer. Harlan thinks I should bid on it. This thing is in its box, but I bet it weighs. I bet the damn thing weighs 80 pounds.
I got a Marantz CD writer going out for $160. It's in the shipping today.
Cool.
Got the remote and cables.
Okay, so here's how much does it say it weighs on Amazon? So this printer, uh, it's a it's a $1,400 printer. And they say the weight is, wait for it, 65 pounds. So I was off.
John Jones is full of it this morning.
I could probably do that, John.
Did
It's
you see what
actually
Like
not that
said?
big. Weighs about 10 pounds, but you go cubic rate on pirate ship, winning.
Did you see what Lag said about the finalizing on it?
What does that mean?
When it finishes copying everything onto the disk, it has to set up something so that it can be read.
Oh,
So
I don't know.
that must be an issue for.
That's written in the instruction manual here. I've got it on the bottom.
Oh, is it? Okay.
So this comes with instruction manual, the remote control, and cords. Boom.
A cardboard mailer, according to Mr. Sadie, will save you 10 cents, Todd.
Make sure you use pool noodles. I think that's all the rage about shipping is using pool noodles.
That's because you can get them for 10 cents a piece at damn Walmart. So what do you got on your agendas for today, Scott?
I got a lot to ship. Let's see. On Amazon, let's see. How many do I have to ship? I currently have 39 to ship on Amazon. And I think I have 7 on eBay. eBay.
Cool. We're in the middle of a bunch of things around here right at the moment. As soon as we get finished with all this stuff wrapped up, we're going to get into your course because Roberta wants to look into this Amazon deal. So I'm like, okay, honey, whenever you're ready.
The biggest thing with Amazon is follow the rules.
Yeah.
That's the number one thing is follow the rules. Everything there is very easy to do.
Which I had an account at one time, and I stopped selling anything online on it, so they closed the account.
So make sure you go to, and do you still have access to that email?
I'll have to go look and see. I don't know.
Yeah, because they get mad if you try to open another account and you've already had one. So make sure you try to go through that account.
Okay. But they and I only sold some few books and odds and ends and stuff like that. Todd's wife and kids are gonna have a intervention. Don't tell him.
For what?
Are you kidding? He's already catching hell from Gwen about all the stuff that's spilling out of his room.
I got 2 huge totes of uniforms out in the carport.
But do those sell?
Slow and cheap.
But you still make money off of them.
Yeah, I mean, they're so cheap to buy at that auction that it's like I'm getting uniform pants and shirts for 25 cents a piece by the time you break down cost. Then sell them for $8 a piece. It's
You
not
want?
getting rich, but it's like,
I don't know how many people are keeping up, but if you want to know the power that the drug companies hold over this country, not only do they tell you what you're going to take when you're going to take it, if you fight back, they take you out. Look what they did to Project Veritas within a week of him exposing Pfizer for fucking with the virus. Uh, his board has just kicked him out of his own company. Don't think that that board wasn't paid off, and they will come for you no matter what. You piss off big pharma in this country. The number one fine company in the history of corporations in the United States of America is Pfizer. They have done more shit wrong and been found guilty by courts and fined more than any other company in this country, yet they wield extraordinarily power over your life. Never forget.
The biggest thing about that is is when you have a company and you start having shareholders and you
Well, you
start
go.
having boards, it's not your company anymore.
A nonprofit. If you file as a nonprofit, you're required to have at least 3 board members to be a nonprofit. The lesson is choose your friends wisely.
Yeah, either that or it's your wife and your well, you only got one kid, so he needs to get married so you can tell his bride that okay, y'all are Joni. I cannot remember what your son's name is,
Jacob.
Jacob, and Susie.
You only,
Y'all are now my board members, and y'all
you
will
only
do
need
as
three.
I tell you to do.
You only need three. Me and them two. You don't need nobody else.
Oh, that's
You don't need.
right.
I don't know if there's any relations that can be there, but
It's you know,
and, the, and
I
everybody's saying, "Oh, Project Veritas is nothing without James O'Keefe. They're going to go under." That's the point, you dumbasses. They're trying to. They've been trying to destroy that ever since he started catching people on film. They just happened to catch Pfizer, and it went viral all over the world. I think that video's got 50 million views of that guy. I know y'all seen it of the guy saying, talking about he was just trying to impress a new boyfriend. That
you
guy
need to
broke.
get Steve, Grumpy, and Harlan to be your board. There you go.
you know, I've always Roberta and I always talked about it. I would like to have the money that I could start a an online newspaper and hire me some good reporters and tell them I don't give a shit if you're right on the right or the left. All the thing I matter is that you tell the truth. You better not get me sued, and we make people's lives hell because right now it don't matter who you're at. It's one thing or another. They're spinning it in their direction. I don't care about the spin. If Donald Trump does something wrong and one of my reporters, reports on it and it's all true, too bad. If if Scott's got caught with his hand in the till, you know, he's that's too bad. Just to make, and I told Roberta, I said one of my people at the daggum White House when they say Tamika Brown from Today Charlotte, the person that's representing the president in their mind, they're going to go, oh fuck, what is she going to ask now? That's the kind of reporters it needs to be. Speaking
Yeah,
of which,
like Ducey does. He
yeah,
gives. It don't matter who it is. He gives them hell.
he, she's like calling everybody around him because he don't give a crap. Uh, it's really funny.
He's the
Uh,
best.
speaking of reporters, the guy from is it Don Lemon from CNN?
Yeah, he got he's been suspended.
Yeah, he's like missing in action. This is the article I saw.
He thought he was a protected class, but he went insulting women, and they came after his ass.
Yeah. So I'm assuming you saw where Nikki Haley's thrown her hat in the ring for the president.
Good. The more the merrier. Come on. There's a reason why Trump said, that's a good idea for her to run. With the field, if you've got a wider field, if it's just Trump and DeSantis, they're gonna bludgeon each other
Right.
if he gets in. But the more people that are in, it benefits Trump immensely
I
because
you
his base will be behind him and he'll beat anybody. If there's four of them out there, Trump's gonna carry the room no matter what. But if there's two,
I don't know. He kind of this last election, he just didn't have the power that he has or has had. But
oh, he had it. They just stole it from him. That's all. I guess you've seen where Arizona is tightening up their elections, where they're
yeah,
not allowing any machines to do this, and everything has to be transparent. And yeah, Arizona is, the Democrats got a problem, but they can't cheat in Arizona on the next one. And the Arizona was very smart. The Senate went and passed all these rules because they're in charge of that stuff, and they sent all the changes directly to the Secretary of State. It doesn't need the governor. It doesn't need approval. It needs the Senate approval, and they took care of that.
I
Whether the Arizona Supreme Court will do anything, or if the U.S. Supreme Court will do anything about, I have my doubts. Even though they proved it enough for Arizona to redo that election, will they do it? I doubt it.
I would like to see. I would like. I don't think Nikki will get the nomination, but I'd like to see her as vice president. Whoever becomes the nomination for the Republicans, I'd like to see her as vice president. Because first of
I
all,
don't. Trump won't trust her. She's already stabbed him in the back.
oh, did she?
Oh yeah, on her way out, she stabbed him in the back.
So it's going to be on. I just don't. I want to see some candidates in there. Besides him, I just don't want to see the freak show we had the last time. You know, there was so many of them you couldn't keep up with what's going on, and I think it just spent a lot of money for nothing.
I want to see Trump president again, with not having to worry about getting reelected and just do whatever the hell he wants to. That's what I
Yeah,
want to see. Because you got to have somebody who is not having any allegiance, no allegiance to any of these crazy people. No, they got to have their own money. They've got to be opinionated. They've got to be okay with not being liked. Name a Republican who fits this bill. There's one.
Roberta says that DeSantis needs to stay in Florida, not because he wouldn't be a good president, but because he seems to have a good grip on controlling Florida or keeping them, you know.
It's important that we keep Florida red. So
Yeah.
as long as he just needs to wait his turn, he can do 8 after Trump. He's young. Now, don't get me wrong. I like DeSantis. I like what he's done. I believe he was in the military and all this stuff. He's a good family guy. He's standing by his wife with cancer. I mean, he does all the right things. I like DeSantis a lot, but to fix what we're in, it needs somebody of different skills than he's got.
Yeah, like you said, it needs somebody that's going to do what he wants to do and say what he wants to say, and he don't give a shit because he's only going to be there for 4 years.
That's right.
But it's going to be, and there's apparently a lot of young Democrats going to be running on the Democrat side, even though Joe said he was running for re-election.
I don't think Joe's going to be in office whenever the election comes through.
I don't. Joe apparently has some mental issues going on, whether it's Alzheimer's or he's just old, whatever. I think they need to use, is it Article 7 or something like that, where his cabinet can remove him from office.
They're not, as long as they can continue to blame him for what goes wrong and continue to do what they want to, they'll leave him there.
Well, it's going to keep on until they impeach him. And I
Well,
don't think, and I honestly, at this point, I don't think he needs to be impeached because he's not acting on his own. He's being told what to say, and people are making decisions up there. And
it'll be just like Trump. The House can impeach him, but the Senate will never convict. Even if you show all the evidence of him and Hunter Biden and all the influence peddling and all the illegal shit they've done, they won't.
well, a lot of these senators are catching hell because, and congressmen from all over the place are catching hell about that damn balloon that went all the way across the country. And
Well, the one balloon they shot down, they used a $400,000 missile to shoot down a $12 balloon. It was some balloon club's balloon that they were the one that went up into Canada. Yeah,
right. But they've got the one that they shot down off South Carolina.
Did they drag it up?
Yeah, they got it up, and it's got a lot of tech on it. That has nothing to do with weather.
Oh, that's the Chinese spy balloon. That first
Yeah.
one, the first
Yeah,
one was a spy balloon.
The big one. It's like 3 school buses long, or like you in the balloon business now. It's. I think I mentioned it the other day, or maybe it was yesterday, that the people from the National Balloon Association has said our balloons do not feel unsafe going up in one of our balloons because our balloons do not go to 45,000 feet. They're meant for just local. People want to see the balloons as they go by. Yeah.
Boy, the Albuquerque Balloon Festival ought to be fun this summer.
That's right. Yeah.
You could
That's
ruin
what-
that. Get you a fake 50 cal, put it on top of a Jeep, and ride around. Not a balloon takes off.
That's the one where they have the balloons that's in all shapes and
Oh
sizes.
yeah, there'll be
Yeah.
60, 70 balloons in the air at one time. It's just
Yeah.
a beautiful sight, but can you imagine? It's gonna be weird this year.
Yeah, the thing about it is, like the guy said, they're not going. All these balloons have been way up there, and these recreational balloons like that do not get that high. But yeah, how many
Todd,
balloons are going to have like signs on them that says we are a domestic balloon?
Albuquerque averages over 500 balloons, not 60, over 500 at a time.
Well, I mean, in the air at one time. There's 500? Gee.
It says with over 500 balloons, it's the largest balloon event in the world.
Yeah, it's quite a sight. I haven't got to do it myself, but
Yeah, it's one of those bucket list items if you're out that way to see.
looking at
Wow.
looking at video and pictures from that.
Well, let's all meet up in Albuquerque
Yeah.
All right,
in October. Let's go see it.
it's not that far from here. That's
That's
only
like- Get on I-40 and head east.
it's only like 16 hours. I can be there. That's not even a challenge to get there in one day.
Yeah, those balloons are pretty much open cockpits, so
Yeah.
and they start at like 4,000 feet elevation, so they can only go another maybe 10,000 above that.
It's October 7th through the 15th that week.
Yeah.
People be getting altitude sickness if they go higher than 10,000.
Or can't breathe.
Yeah.
But there's some fancy dadgum balloons out there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's one that's
just
the
don't
monkey from Lion King, and there's one from or from last year's, and what's his
just don't
name?
get in a silver. Just don't get in a silver when you're all right.
That's right. You know, these guys they probably have already been sending out memos to these people. It's like, we do not want solid white ones, solid silver ones. But you know what? I bet there'll be some creative ones this year.
Yeah,
Even though,
I'm looking at a picture. They've got three of them that look like bumblebees. You can see old Joe coming on. They tried to trick us for the bumblebees. We took them all out.
and you know that's got to be those have got like there's one. Here's one that's Uncle Sam. Here's one that's the son. Here's one that's a mime. Um, those suckers had to cost a lot of freaking money to have those things made.
Yeah, there's one that looks like a stagecoach.
Yeah. But it's going to be. In, I don't know. I just. You would think with the technology that's available that they would not be sending balloons across the country unless they're just trying to fuck with us, put it bluntly. And they showed the one they shot off the coast of South Carolina. That it could be controlled, maneuvered, so it could go where they wanted it to go.
It's $15 a day. But if you park and ride, which is you park and they'll ride you over to the event, those are 22 a day. Lag, you get a $2 discount because for senior citizens.
Yeah,
Hey Todd, we could save $2.
we could.
That won't even pay for a damn beer out there or a Coke. But that's supposed to be a sight, all those balloons going up.
Hi, Glenn.
Hey, Glenn. You're not down at the parades today?
Wearing a banana hammock with some beads on? Come on, Glenn.
That's right. That's right. Dancing. Years ago, a friend of mine, he was sent to Rio
Glenn says, "Are you crazy? I'm at work."
on business, and his wife, which was during their carnival down there, and he took his family with him because he could. And his wife came back. She was like, they had like a 14-year-old son, a 16-year-old son, and their wife came back and she was like, you know what, Mom? It was a lot of fun, but I was concerned about my sons coming back to the U.S. with their virginity because she said that sucker there was boobs and butts hanging out everywhere down there. But they said that was a party, and because he was down there with for the company that he worked for, they got invited to the governor's ball and all that kind of stuff, which is still another party. I'm surprised Maggie's not down at Mardi Gras dancing down the street.
She would be if they had Disney at it.
Oh, that's right. Oh, how silly of me.
Yeah, if they had Donald Duck and Goofy down there, man, she'd be right at it.
He Anybody talk to Tara lately or Jim?
They didn't
Oh.
like out about bicycle cones.
You know what? I was thinking about. I found some at that auction yesterday, and once again that stuff just got crazy for what it was involved in. If I'd have gotten those daggum road cones, I would have sent them suckers to Tara.
Yeah, they posted a picture of some flooding, and I told them I didn't see the damn cones. She said they got washed away.
Maggie says they have plenty of characters at Mardi Gras. And I'm assuming she's not talking about Disney characters. She's just talking about characters.
Yeah, I didn't get my Amazon stuff done yesterday, so I'm trying to figure out where I'm gonna do shipping without having to move this stuff and then move it back.
Don't you got a 2-car garage?
Yeah, it's got a car in there. That Jacob's car's still sitting in there. It's been in there for a year.
Is he
So,
not driving it?
He don't ever leave the house.
Well, you need to
One
make
of,
him.
one of the windows has a bad regulator on it, so I got it out and I ordered another one. It's supposed to be here.
What is that, Todd? It's supposed to be here.
so I don't want to set off anybody, but NFL Players Association urged to screen for heart issues over vaccine side effects.
Well, did you see the interview they did with Damar Hamlin when they
Yeah.
asked when I what's his name with the gap in his teeth? What's his
Um,
asked him and said, "So did they tell you what caused it?" And he looked at it and goes, "They told me not to talk about it."
yeah, I'm I'm gonna leave that one
Yeah, they
or
told me
something like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
he wouldn't say.
because everybody knows. He was very fortunate that the medical staff was there and rendered immediate aid, or he'd be a goner. I wonder what kind of danger he's in for it happening again. Probably high.
Yeah,
What did they say was wrong with him?
it was a heart attack.
I mean, what kind? I mean, there's many types of different heart attacks.
Side effects from a shot, clots from a shot.
Oh, okay.
Have you seen those videos of people just falling over dead?
No.
Yeah, another athlete fell over dead yesterday, or a police officer. It's people who have stressed their systems.
That we need to have a
did
happy show.
They did a special at the Super Bowl, with that guy thanking all the first responders.
Cool.
They had a big crowd of first responsors. There's like 20 people standing there that aided in getting that guy fixed or helped.
Yeah, on Monday, a UNLV freshman defensive lineman, 20, dropped over.
Did he die?
Oh yeah.
Oh wow. Swamp. Are those like weighted so the pitchers can build up their speed when they go back down to their normal weighted baseballs? I don't even. He was talking about he found some weighted baseball training balls yesterday. Our outside cat likes to lay behind, right outside this glass windows back here, and because the sun shines down on it all the time, and it's real warm over there. So he's laying out there, and Cole has got to find out what's going on. He's over here down behind the boxes, trying to get to the glass so he can watch him.
So I just thought it was interesting that the Player Association called for everybody to get heart tested.
Well, if you're scared that you're going to start dying,
You just wondered if these companies that force this stuff, how much liability does the NFL have for forcing its players to take this stuff?
Yeah.
give it time.
You would think these lawyers are just licking their chops to get after this stuff. Except they'll get in court and they'll probably drop dead because they took it too.
These one of these wives are going to find Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe. Hire them to
Absolutely.
go after them. Nancy. Nancy. Sorry, Maggie. Called you Nancy. Maggie, that's because people they keep it hush hush.
Well, if you look at the U.S. vaccine schedule versus the rest of the world, I think there's in a lot of these like Sweden and some of the other places, there's like 4 or 5 vaccines for kids, where the U.S. has 19 or 20. I mean, there's shit that we give our kids, and there's a reason why autism has gone nuts. Uh, is you put all this stuff into them, and there's no long term study on any of this stuff. You
The
are the
old
long. You are
the
the long.
old stuff that you give kids, there have been long studies on them because my wife was involved in them.
My niece is autistic. The one thing wrong with her until she started getting vaccines.
Yeah,
She was not
it,
born autistic.
it's this new shit that they're just
Hmm.
pushing through.
I mean, you're ruining people's lives with this stuff.
They need to quit taking all these shots and get out and eat some dirt. Get out the damn house.
Right. That's the best thing for you is to get out and live life. The best way defense is to get out and live. I mean, there's a couple of them that are the smallpox and some of the others that have been around for.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with those, but all these all these ones that came new in the '90s. That I mean, look at if you do some reading on how many vaccines we increased from the '80s to the '90s, it's tremendous.
How many of y'all got the little scar on your shoulder from when they came to school and shot you up at school?
Me.
I think I'm right at the end of it. I don't. I think my. When did they end that?
I don't know.
Smallpox, right?
Yeah.
Smallpox was stopped in 1972. So, if you're old, raise your hand. I knew it. I knew it was real close to me. 1972.
It's but yeah, another thing too is we would go out playing as a little kid and we would skin a knee or blood's not, I mean, it's pouring but not really bad. You didn't run to mommy and put some Bactine on it. You just kept on going. You shook it off and went on about your business.
And that carries over into your older life because if I cut my hand or something out here or anywhere, I'll just take some Scotch tape and a napkin and make my own Band-Aid. And you just carry it. And when it quits bleeding, you just take it off, throw it away.
Well, back in them days, it was like you were scared that it would be bad, and your mom would make you go to the doctor, and you'd have to get shots and all that. Spend the rest of your day at the doctor's office. Nowadays, that's just normal.
So
Flag says it looks like that article is fake.
what article is that?
I guess the one that Todd was showing. But you can't listen to Lag because you don't know whether he's 14 or 70.
I would think if they came out and said that, they'd be admitting liability or. Oh, I've had enough vintage. I've had enough tetanus shots. That's the one thing through your childhood. Us growing up to the '70s and '80s is there's enough rust out there. You better run into the woods. You better keep your tetanus shot going.
That's the truth. I stepped on a lot of nails. Um, but another thing too is give it about 15, 20 years, and you're going to start seeing Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe advertising on TV. Were you given hormone dampening or enhancing drugs as a child, you could get some money out of it. And
Yeah, well, things are changing. There's a country overseas that has stripped Pfizer of their immunity and is going to allow their people to sue Pfizer. I forget what country that is. Philippines or somewhere.
Right.
That'll be the next one. Is proven the fraud, which is going to be fairly easy. That these companies knew they had immunity from whatever they did, and they didn't test any of this stuff. They didn't do anything other than spend money to force you to take it. That's going to be the
Maggie says she hasn't seen heard of Mercurochrome in years. Uh,
and that was the stuff that's the stuff you wanted to run from because it stings so bad. It was worse than actually getting cut.
was okay.
And it stained your skin for a week.
What was the one that burnt like hell? Was it methylate or was it mercurochrome?
Mercurochrome.
It's Thailand. Thailand's the one going after Pfizer.
'Cause there
Uh,
was-
so the modern day equivalent of that. Have y'all tried any of the it's been out for like the last 10 or 15 years, the liquid Band-Aid,
no.
where it's like super glue with antiseptic in it. So if you've got a cut, you can paint it on a little brush that comes on. But that whatever antiseptic is in it, it reminded me of that because it burns like hell before it puts that coat over it and seals it up. So
Yes.
if you try liquid bandage, man, be prepared for the bite of that thing.
When I was scuba diving a lot when I was young, the dive master I always dove with, he carried super glue in his medic bag because he said if you get cut, it takes us a while to get you back to mainland. He says I'm going to slap some super glue in that sucker and I'm going to seal it up.
It works. Those liquid bandages, I use them when it first came out. I was running all the restaurants. Not only was it bad to have a bandage on because it ended up in somebody's sandwich or whatever, but people look at you strange. So I always use that liquid stuff just to.
Scott. you gotta warn me before you say stuff like that.
You've been making something go. What the fuck?
I'm getting ready to spit this coffee all over my computer. Oh Lord.
Lag ordered this burrito. Let's make a special.
That's right. Guys, it is 10:30. I'm gonna pass my appointed time.
Yeah, I got to go make something for breakfast. Probably a chaffle, and then I need to get shipping.
And hopefully they won't keep our water off very long.
So Vintage Memory says she works at Children's Hospital. They go through bottles of liquid Band-Aid in the summer. I bet. That stuff is great.
It's no, I don't need a nap. I'm kind of wound up now. I started off with Victoria, who got you cranked up in the morning.
And I asked her, I'm like, how in the hell are you so happy at freaking that early in the morning?
7:30 in the morning.
She's singing and carrying on. I'm like, oh my God.
She's funny.
I'm like, you're a sweetheart of a person, but you wake up too chipper.
That's right. No wonder if her husband should be hitting the daggum road about 6 o'clock in the morning. Have some quiet time. But yeah, she is a hoot.
They were in one live show and her daughter came for a visit. And oh my God, that lady, those two girls attacked each other. The daughter had visited from Texas and they filmed it when they met at the door, and it was like exponential women kissing, hugging,
screeching.
Yeah, it was great. She's a sweet
wow.
lady.
So anyway, thanks for coming in. Scott, you having your Wednesday show tomorrow?
Absolutely.
Okay.
On what? I don't know. On what? I don't know.
Well, just do like we do, just whatever comes up. Y'all go check out Scott's show tomorrow morning. And you're doing your show on Sunday night now, not Thursday night, correct? Scott?
Yes, he shook his head.
Oh,
Yes.
did he? Oh, okay.
Pay attention, Tom.
Sorry, I was waiting for him to say, "Yep, sure are." So anyway, change that on your schedule. Todd will be back on Friday. I'll be back on Thursday. Check out Victoria's show if you're up at 7:30 in the morning and ready to
Scott
get cranked
Blank.
up. And we will see y'all later.
She'll get you fired up for sure.
Have a great day, everybody. Make some money. Bye.
Bye.